Welcome back to my channel. I am back to show you the items, the cast iron items that I picked up from the Lodge Cast Iron Factory store. So I've picked up a couple things here and we're going to walk through them. But before I get into my stack of items, what I want to show you is an oval cast iron grilling dish that I picked up from Ross for $9.99. So this has a grate under the bottom, so it is perfect for doing smaller items on the grill, and specifically for the big green egg, because you're going to get that even heating all the way around on the grill, but you won't have to worry about items falling through. So whether it's veggies, whether it's shrimp, whether it's maybe a smaller piece of salmon that you don't want to put directly on the grate, you have this option, and it is vented in the bottom so that you can get pretty good circulation and smoke coverage. So even though I picked these items up at a factory store, you can find cast iron at your larger department stores, your big box retailers like Walmart and Target, specifically in the camping section, and then some of the other discounted stores like, in this case, Ross. You can find them at TJ Maxx, and some of the sporting goods places that have outdoor items. So I'm going to take these items out of the bag and walk you through the items that I picked up at the factory store. So these are the items that I picked up. And we'll start with this one. They have I think it's a 17 or 24 inch wok cast iron, and I fell in love with it, but I have no idea where I would store it. But as soon as I figure that out, I'm going to pick it up. But in the meantime, I picked up what they call a mini wok, and this is a 9-inch, what I'll call a 1 or 2 person server mini wok, and it was $16.95. So this can be used both inside the house, in the oven, on the stove top, and on the grill, as well as in the big green egg. So the distinction between a traditional charcoal grill compared to the big green egg as a Komodo style grill. The next item that I picked up is this jumbo chef's platter for $19.95. This will be perfect for things like making grilled cheese or pancakes in the house. It'll be perfect for fish like tilapia or salmon, both in the house and outside on the grill. And this one, depending on the size of the fish, you can get 4 larger pieces on here comfortably. Or if you're doing like a larger fillet, if you cut that fillet in half, then you can get 2 larger pieces of fish on the chef's platter. So there is the chef's platter, and this was $19.95. Then this one is a 17-inch skillet, and it came with handles, silicone holders to for carrying it, for heat resistance and so forth. But whether you are baking, or this one actually could serve as the wok, because the wok is actually about this size, but it's that shape. Those are my Pampered Chef stones back there. So this one is multi-purpose. I could also use this as a paella pan, both in the house and on the grill. So I thought this multi-purpose piece would be great for larger crowds. I don't even know, because I have a pretty small oven. I'm not sure that I'll be able to even get that to fit comfortably in my smaller oven and to get it to close. But on my gas range, and it fits inside or on the grate of the big green egg with room to spare around the edges. I picked up 2 of these. One of them I've already given to my mother. This one is mine. Also picked up with it the grill pan scrapers, and then just regular scrapers because I use these with my Pampered Chef stones, and occasionally when I'm cleaning you know, my other cast iron pieces. So this is a double-sided smaller griddle. So it's the griddle on this side, which can be used indoors on a burner or in the oven or on the grill. And then it flips over and you can actually use it kind of like the chef's pan underneath there as well, but a much smaller version. Perfect for things like grilled cheese, smaller batches of pancakes. If you're going to scramble eggs, things like that will be perfect. After I use this a few times, you won't even be able to see where those, you know, little blemishes and things like that are. I picked up my mom a small Dutch oven. So that is already in her kitchen, so I don't have it to share. And then the last thing that I picked up was a cast iron pizza pan, and it came with 2 pot handles, which I think are going to be more for a skillet than they would work for the handles on here. But I do have a big green egg pizza stone, and I'm curious to see how this cooks on the big green egg compared to the pizza stone. This can also be used in the house and on the stove top. So anything I think that I have can be used for, with the exception of the little piece that I picked up from Ross. Everything else can be used indoors or outdoors. The grill pan here is just not going to be conducive because of the vents there in the bottom, but everything else can be used in the house. Some of the best advice I've gotten, as I've spent way too much time at the Big Green Egg retail store located at their headquarters, is that any kind of cast iron will work on the Big Green Egg. So instead of me specifically buying pieces, you know, ceramic that will go on the egg, I was told that any of my cast iron pieces will work. I was also told, and thankfully told very, very early, not to use my Pampered Chef pieces on the Big Green Egg because of the temperatures that the Big Green Egg reaches. It exceeds the temperatures for safe cooking on the Pampered Chef stones, and those heat temperatures will cause those pieces to crack. So if you're going to do ceramic, it does need to be a piece that is tempered for higher cooking temperatures than what the Pampered Chef pieces have been tempered for. So these are some of my new pieces, and I actually have a couple of cast iron skillets on the stove that I cook with regularly. They are continuing to season the more I use them, and the more I cook with them, the better they cook. But I've got a couple of Pampered Chef pieces that I think I need to probably get rid of because their non-stick coating is no more, and that's just not safe for cooking purposes. Great thing about cast iron, it does not matter whether you're using wood or metal or silicone pieces. You just cannot beat a piece of cast iron cookware up. So these are the things that I picked up from the factory store, and I cannot wait to get back to see what else they have, because their inventory is constantly changing, and it depends on you know, the retail side always has the same things over and over. They run different promotions, so those will change. But items that they consider to be a second, like maybe that has like a little blemish or dent like this in the finish, it makes a huge difference in the price. So I can live with those, and that, you know, that changes based on their production runs as to what inventory they have in the seconds. So I can't wait to stop back by there on my next business trip to see what other goodies I can find. So thank you so very much for watching. Until next time, take care.